point here we have is when it comes to the ledgers, uh, I mean like leading ledgers, non-leading ledgers, and appendix ledgers and extension ledgers. See, uh, open the notepad one. So we will try to understand the leading ledger, non-leading ledger, appendix ledgers and extension ledgers, particularly in SAP S4 HANA. Okay, so these things are first of all mandatory, and yeah, so the first important thing that we have here is leading ledger. Okay, leading ledgers. Leading ledgers. See, the leading ledger is based on the same accounting principles as that of the consolidated financial statements. With the help of accounting principles, we can able to generate the each and every report of the vendors and also customers with the help of accounting principles when it comes to the SAP S4 HANA. See, if you use the accounting approach for parallel accounting, okay, you know it very well. So how we can do the invoices, how we can raise the invoices. See, based on this ledger only, okay, with the help of this parallel accountings and all, so you post all data to the leading ledger, right? So this leading ledger is integrated with all subsidiary ledgers like non-leading ledgers, extension ledgers and appendix ledgers and all. Okay, and it is updated in all company codes. Okay, so simple thing, Pawan, whatever the parallel accounting parallel accounting with GL accounts will be there, right? And whatever the GLs that you have created in FS00 transaction code, through which type you are creating these GLs based on the ledgers only, right? So when it comes to the ledgers and all, so it is integrated with all subsidiary ledgers. So general ledger is there, right? So it is the main leading ledger. Under this general ledger, you will going to have accounts payables, that is subsidiary ledgers, accounts receivables, that is subsidiary ledgers, and asset accounting, it is the subsidiary ledger. Okay, so basically we do have somewhat a difference in leading ledgers and all. We can able to do all these things. Okay, now in generally, you can see the several parallel, several ledgers in parallel, right? So what is the exact thing here that we want to learn? This allows, this general leading ledgers allows you to produce financial statements according to different types of accounting principles. And suppose you can take the accounting principles of India. What is the accounting principle? There will be some posting periods, there will be some financial reports, there will be a fiscal year variance. And when it comes to the foreigns and all, so they have different types of accounting principles. Okay, for example, you create a ledger that is 0L for each of the for each of the ledgers you need. Okay, a ledger uses several dimensions from the total table. It is based on each dimension of the total table represents a subset of the um, invoices and all. That is the most important thing right now we have. Now you can just observe this leading ledger is integrated with all subsidiary ledgers and is updated in all company codes. Okay, so this means whatever the company codes that you have defined, and all these automatically assigned to the all company codes, right? And in each company code, the leading ledger receives exactly same settings that apply to the company code. You know it very well. Those are what the currencies, the fiscal year variant, and the variant of the posting periods. And you can define a second or third parallel currencies in for your leading ledgers for each company code in customizing. Okay, so you have already seen the things in currency types and currency global setting conversation settings, and also conversion currency settings for company code. Okay, so finally, what we want to understand here is, see, a leading ledger is having different types of accounting assignments. What is those assignments? Posting period variant is assigned to the particular ledger, and fiscal year variant is assigned to the particular ledger, and accounting principles is assigned to the particular ledger. When you have this leading ledgers and all, automatically whatever the subsidiary ledgers like accounting principles, account payables, accounts receivables, and asset accounting, whatever the invoices and whatever the business transactions that you want to post, based on the ledger only, you will going to post all these things in SAP S4 HANA, first of all. Okay, so then in a ledger, we do have different types of currencies. We do have posting periods, we do have fiscal year variants and all. Okay, but when it comes to the ECC and all, you can able to do all these things in a manual way. But when it comes to the ledger concept of SAP S4 HANA, so we can able to run each and every business transactions with the help of these subsidiary things. Okay, so these things are mandatory. First of all, you can define a currency types and you can assign these currency types to the particular ledgers, and whatever the ledger that you are maintaining, I mean, whatever the fiscal year variant that you are maintaining, what is the posting period variant that you are maintaining, when it comes to the postings and all, FB50, FB60, FB70s and all, leading ledger is very, very important. Okay, so mainly this ledger contains those dimensions, okay, of the particular SAP line item display tables and all that. The ledger is based on that are required for reporting. Okay, so basically what we I mean, what is the exact use for the ledger? So based on the I mean, to give the reporting, exact reporting to the particular clients and all, we need to have one ledger, and in this ledger you will going to have different sub concepts like fiscal year variant, posting period variant, all these things. Okay, accounting principles and all. Okay, these things are mandatory, right? So now somewhat you got the point. Okay, so you can just write down in the leading ledger, 0L is the standard. You can just write down a leading ledger, 0L is the standard. 0L is the standard. So meanwhile, open this SAP system and open the transaction code FINAC underscore ledger. So you will going to get a clear cut understanding. Meanwhile, open this thing and go to that notepad. So 0L is the standard ledger, first of all. I mean, in SAP S4 HANA system, it is the standard ledger. So leading ledger is having leading ledger. Second subpoint is put the side heading as 1 and the subpoint is A. Put the side heading for the leading ledger is 1 top up, and a subpoint is A. Okay, A point is leading ledger is having leading ledger is having a different types of subsidiary, different types of subsidiary points, different types of subsidiary points. The first point here is put small a under this leading ledger, small a. So that is fiscal year variant, and second one is posting period variant, fiscal year variant, and second point is posting period variant, and third point. So third point will be currencies, types of currencies, and fourth point, see, D point is accounting principles. D point is accounting principle. D point is accounting principle. See, all of you, you can able to run your own ledger based on these things only. Okay, I mean, the next one is, and the next one, B point is, B point is, B point is, this leading ledger is integrated with all subsidiary ledgers. This leading ledger is integrated with all subsidiary ledgers, is integrated with all subsidiary ledgers, all subsidiary ledgers, and this one is updated in all company codes, and this one is updated in all company codes. Okay, so this means you know it very well. It is automatically assigned to all company codes, right? And can you open this SAP system, Pawan, and go to this ledgers, and in that ledger, okay, it is taking some time, right? Then meanwhile, what we need to do is we will write the non-leading ledgers. Okay. Second point is non-leading ledger. Non-leading ledgers. See, these non-leading ledgers are parallel ledgers to the leading ledgers. First of all, non-leading ledgers. Okay, non-leading ledgers are parallel ledgers to the leading ledger. Leading ledger is the ultimate solution for us. But why we need to use this non-leading ledgers? See, these non-leading ledgers are parallel ledgers to the leading ledgers. Why? Why? Because so they can be based on local accounting principles. They can be, uh, they can be based on local accounting principles. Okay, see, basically this non-leading ledger is used, this non-leading ledger is used to do the process of invoices with subledgers. To do the process of invoices with subledgers. What are those subledgers? You know it very well. AP, AR, asset accounting, controlling, or anything. Okay, but you have to activate a non-leading ledger for the individual company code, right? Why? Because see, posting processes with the subledger or GL accounts managed on open items basis only. Okay, so whatever the things that we are maintaining in leading ledger, based on the leading ledger, we have to activate. Okay, we have to activate this ledger for the leading ledger to do the process of invoices for subsidiary ledgers. Okay, so that is the main. See, this is the leading ledger first of all. Okay, so then A1 is the non-leading ledger. See, when the A1 is the non-leading ledger, underlying ledger will be 0L. Okay, I mean, some of the persons, they have created A1 as a non-leading ledger and they didn't assign an underlying ledger. Okay, see, when you assign this underlying ledger, automatically you will not going to face any errors regarding with invoices postings in FB60, FB70 and FB50 transaction codes. You know it very well. All right. So why? Because posting periods are assigned to the particular leading ledger. Fiscal year variants are assigned to the particular leading ledger. So when you have the leading ledger, automatically system will not throw you an error. Okay, definitely. But when you have this leading ledgers and non-leading ledgers and all, and this non-leading ledger should be assigned to the particular leading ledger. So we cannot assign, I mean, we don't have the option to assign the non-leading ledger to the leading ledger, but we do have underlying ledgers and we can able to assign our leading ledger to the particular non-leading ledgers. Okay, you got the thing, all of you? I mean, you know the point first of all. Then can you drag it to the right side, Pawan? Do we have any options and other, I mean, underlying ledgers? And okay, you do one thing. Can you drag it to the left side? Okay, see here, OL is the leading ledger for your company code. Okay, see, there is a company code settings for the ledgers and all. Okay, why we need to, I mean, why we are tick marking on the leading ledgers and why we are not tick marking on the non-leading ledgers and all? Why? Because whatever the, I mean, configuration, main configurations, the general ledger configurations that you have for the leading ledger. Okay, so this acts as a leading ledger to the all subsidiary ledgers like non-leading ledgers, extension ledgers, appendix ledgers, and all. Okay, that is the most important thing right now we have. Now, what we will do is, can you go to the new entry spawn and we will going to create the uh, one ledger. Okay, that is the leading ledger. Now, what we need to do is, can you go to the notepad pawn? Configurations. So ledger configurations are ledger configurations. So define leading ledger. Third one, yes, define leading. Define leading ledger. Okay, good. Then next, go to that SFS system, Pawan. So we are creating our own leading ledger. So your own leading ledger is Pawan, right? So PA or else PAL, PA just or else PL. Pawan ledger, leading ledger. Okay, so ledger name is leading ledger for ship. Leading ledger for ship. That is our company code. Leading ledger for ship. So you have to tick mark on this leading ledger. That is just tick mark on this leading ledger. And it is leading ledger for our company code. Okay, can you drag it to the right side, Pawan? Can you drag it to the right side? There is a accounting principle for this ledger. Okay, I mean, we will going to assign this accounting principles for this ledger. Okay, first of all, in accounting principle, see why we need to use the accounting principle. So you have to know the point, right? Accounting principles are local or international set of rules and procedural convention that provide guidance for accounting practices for the preparation of financial statements. Okay, and what are those accounting principles? You know it very well. International Financial Reporting Standards, we can call it as a IFRS, and generally accepted accounting principles. So we can call it as a US GAAP. Okay, so basically we use the IFRS accounting principles. Okay, so I mean IF 44 accounting principle is there, and see all of you, if you want to define the accounting principle, so we can able to define accounting principle using different types of transaction codes. Okay, now when it comes to the foreign currency revaluation. Okay, so now I mean, we don't have any customized accounting principles. Okay, right now, till now we have. So now what we will do is, so we will use the accounting principle IF44. Okay, international that is the international sets of rules, that is international financial reporting standards. Okay, so can you select this thing, accounting principles? Go to the click on the enter, click on the enter. So only one ledger can be specified as the leading ledger. Continue. Continue. What you need to do is Can you drag it to the left side, Pawan? And PL is the ledger and standard ledgers and standard general ledgers. Okay, click on the enter. So one one ledger is particularly assigned to the leading only. So our leading ledger is PL. So click on the enter, go to the save button and save it. So meanwhile, what we need to do is, can you go to this non-leading ledgers? So non-leading ledger is over, right? And okay, non-leading ledger is over, right? So under this non-leading ledger, you can just put the third point as extension ledger. Third point is extension ledger. Extension ledger. See, extension ledger inherits the configuration settings of their underlying ledger. Okay, see, they cannot have different currency settings or financial year variance and all, fiscal year variance and all. Okay, however, they can have different accounting principles and posting period variant or company codes assigned to serve their specific purposes. First of all, in the extension ledgers. Okay, see, try to understand this thing. In the extension ledger, you can just write down extension ledger, extension, what is the thing? Extension ledger or else extension ledgers. Okay, you can just write down extension ledgers. Extension ledgers inherits the configurations. Inherits the configurations. Inherits the configurations. Settings of their underlying ledgers. This is the simple thing. Extension ledgers is nothing but the whatever the configurations. I mean, whatever the sub points that we have for the underlying ledger, that is leading ledgers, and all, automatically it will be transferred to the extension ledgers. And here, whatever the ledgers that we have, I mean, system will not going to throw you on error regarding with the different types of currencies and all. So that is the main thing point. Okay, so you can just write down extension ledger cannot have different currency settings. Extension ledger cannot have different currency settings. Different currency settings or fiscal year variants. Different types of currency settings or fiscal year variants. So, I mean, this extension ledger cannot have different currency settings, and please try to remember. And no one will going to ask you about what is the extension ledgers and what is the underlying ledgers and all. They will just ask you what do you mean by leading ledgers and non-leading ledgers and how you are configuring these leading ledgers and non-leading ledgers. Okay, that is the most important thing right now we have in SAP S4 HANA. First of all, okay, and fourth point, and go to that SAP system. Pawan, go to that SAP system. Only ledger can be specified as the leading ledgers. Okay, you do one thing. Can you continue this thing? Okay, remove this leading. Now what we need to do is click on the enter. Click on the enter. Our leading ledger will be OL and our non-leading ledger will be PL. Okay, so we can change this ledger as a non-leading ledger. Okay, can you remove this thing? Okay, can you remove this ledger name? No, ledger name. Just remove this ledger name only. Okay, now that is non-leading ledger. Okay, the system is throwing an error that you should have only one leading ledger. Okay, and the leading ledger will be O0L, and that should be assigned to the non-leading ledger. Okay, so here under the underlying ledger, under this underlying ledger, you can just give under this underlying ledger, you can just give 0L. 0L. Okay, click on the enter, go to the save button and save it. So this ledger is not an extension ledger. You cannot assign this underlying ledger. Why? I have already told you about this thing. So standard ledger, we have 0L. Okay, that is why I'm just giving 0L and I'm not going to change any ledger type, extension ledger types and all. Okay, this ledger type is the standard ledger and this ledger is not an extension ledger. Why? 0L is the standard ledger, we know it very well, but it is not an extension ledger. Why? Why? Because we are giving the underlying ledger as 0L. Okay, continue this thing and change the ledger type. Change the ledger type, standard ledgers. It is an extension ledgers. Yes, and extension ledger type. Extension ledger type is a standard journal entries. No need to take any no deletion technical numbers line. It is a standard journal. Automatically, when you post the invoices of the FB60, FB70 or anything that you want to post. Okay, so you can able to post all these invoices with the help of underlying ledger. Okay, in the underlying ledger, you can just take out the 0L. Automatically, system will take this thing. Okay, what you need to do is click on the enter. So underlying ledger has coming into the picture. Okay, so that is the most important thing, all of you. And what we need to do is and go to the save button and save it. Yes. So that's what I'm saying that. So I was expecting these errors. So when you know these errors, automatically you will come to know the point that so we do have only one ledger, and this thing ledger we have different types of extensions. Okay, whatever the invoices that you are posting, and you can extend that I mean ledgers to the leading ledger, right? Automatically, whatever the posting period variance and fiscal year variant that we have, automatically it will be converted to the extension ledgers. Then you can able to post the invoices. So meanwhile, in interview point of view, I mean client interviews and all, they will just ask you, what do you mean by appendix ledger? So meanwhile, you can just go to the notepad and try to write the definition of the appendix ledgers. Okay, so this appendix ledger, it is extension ledgers only. Okay, extension ledger is nothing but the appendix ledger. It is mainly used for posting the adjustment entries. Okay, put the third point, appendix ledger. Put the third point, that is appendix ledger. So it is in extension ledger only, all of you. Please try to remember the point. So it is mainly used for posting the adjustment entries. It is mainly used for posting the adjustment entries. And it may use for the management reporting. It may be used for the management reporting. And it should have a base ledger, that is underlying ledger. And it should have base ledger that should that should have an underlying ledger, right? Underlying ledger is the leading ledger. So there is a too much of connectivity between these ledgers. Try to understand the point. Try to understand the point. Okay, then next, go to the SAP system, Pawan. Go to the SAP system. Okay, let's wait for the 2 more minutes. Automatic. Oh, okay, good. Go to the continue option. Now the system is not throwing an error. Okay, all of you. Leading ledger is the only one ledger. You can able to create your non-leading ledgers. With the help of these non-leading ledgers, you can able to assign leading ledgers to the non-leading ledgers. Now you can just observe ledger group. Automatically ledger group will be created. PL is created only with the ledger PL. Okay, so our ledger group is PL. Whatever the reportings that you want for vendors as well as the customers and all, you can able to create it. Okay, go to the continue option. System will automatically save these details. Now, previously system has thrown an error. Okay, what is that error? So you cannot assign this ledger as a leading ledger. Why? Because standard system has the leading ledger. Based on that leading ledger, we have defined the non-leading ledgers. In the non-leading ledgers, we have assigned the underlying ledgers. Why? In the underlying ledgers, you will going to have posting period variant, fiscal year variant, anything. Okay, how we will going to see it. Okay, this data was saved, right? Now, what we need to do is company code settings for the ledgers. Okay, so can you select this thing, Pawan? Select this thing and go to the company code settings for the ledgers. Go to the continue option. Can you go to the position or else go to the new entries, Pawan? Go to the company code and give your company code. First check with the positions and all. Okay, ship is there. Okay, so ship is there for the ledger, that is non-leading ledgers. Okay, so then next step. See here, fiscal year variant is there and also posting period variant is there. Okay, come back. What we will do is so you can just come back one step back, one step back, one step back. Whatever the extension ledgers that we have, okay, we can able to clear all these things with the help of leading ledger. First, we will check with the leading ledger, that is 0L. Okay, whether we have things or not in the based on our company code. Okay, come back one step back. And select this OL or else 0L. 0L and go to the company code settings for the ledgers. Okay, see, and what about this company code? Go to the company code. Phone. Go to the company code. Okay, now you can just observe 10 is the local currencies, and also we don't have any global currency. Why you don't have any global currencies and all? Okay, why you don't have any global currencies? Why? Because it is a leading ledger. So that is why we haven't assigned any global currencies and all. So can you drag it to the right side? Can you drag it to the right side? Automatically you will going to have posting period variant and also fiscal year variant. Okay, so try to do the things, all of you. Right now, what we will do is, Pawan, can you come back one step back? Okay, now here you can just go to the our ledger, that is PL, or go to the position and find out the PL. No issue. So PL is the non-leading ledger, all of you. Now what I am doing here is, can you remove this OL, underlying ledger OL, underlying ledger OL, Pawan? Click on the enter. Click on the enter. No issue. No issue. That is a warning message only. Go to the save button and save it. Go to the save button and save it. Now I am showing you the different types of ledgers concepts in SAP S4 HANA system, and all these things are done in the SAP real-time basis on all. Okay, so when you go to the real-time projects in all, so you will not going to face any errors. Okay. Now we will going to see with the help of underlying ledgers, it is an extension ledger, right? Whatever the posting period variance, whatever the fiscal year variance that we have in underlying ledger, and those have been transferred to the extension ledgers, that is non-leading ledgers and all. Okay, you got the thing. Now we have removed the underlying ledger, that is 0L, and now we are saving this configurations and all. Then we can select and we will go to this company code settings for the ledgers. Then we can able to see what are the changes that would happen. Okay, good. Go to the continue option and save these details. Now you can able to get some more important points. Okay. See, we can do manual things and all, and we can able to see the configurations without having errors and all. But when you see the errors, then only you can able to give much clarification on these ledgers to your clients. Definitely. Okay, good. This data was saved, right? Okay, so can you select this thing, Pawan? Can you select this PL? Can you go to this company code settings for the ledgers? Can you go to this company code settings for the ledgers? Double click on this thing. Continue. Now see, when you go to this position, select your company code and drag it to the right side, left side. Now left side. Yes. See, all of you, whatever the ledgers that we have defined, automatically it is copying the things. Okay, it is copying the things. Why? Because we have already used this ship company code for the particular ledgers and all. Okay, and we have maintained all these things. Okay, and fiscal year variant has been maintained. Why? Because with the help of underlying ledgers, and posting period variant has been maintained with the help of underlying ledgers and all. So you can able to see each and everything, right? So now what we will do is, if you don't have the configurations like fiscal year variant and posting period variant, what you will do? So can you go to the new entries, Pawan? Go to the new entries. In the new entries, you will going to find out the things. Go to the continue option. See here, there is a company code. PL is a ledgers. I mean, non-leading ledgers. You do have fiscal year variant. You do have posting period variant. Okay, so can you give any company code, Pawan? So give our company code only. Ship. Click on the enter. See, the system is saying that only company codes of underlying ledgers are allowed in extension ledgers. Okay, what we will do is, can you remove this thing, Pawan? Can you remove this thing? No, no, no. Cancel this thing and go to that um, ledger. Ledger. Continue, Pawan. See, you have to see the errors. Then only you can able to learn the things. Come back. No worries. Come back and assign our ledger. I mean, underlying ledger. That is leading ledger to our PL, non-leading ledger. 0L. Assign the 0L. Click on the enter. Go to the save button and save it. Go to the save button and save it. Okay, good. Go to the continue option and go to the save button and save it. Okay, good. This data was saved, right? So what you need to do is, Pawan, can you go to the position and give your OL 0L? Give your 0L. Go to the continue option and select this thing and go to the company code settings for ledgers. Continue. So if you face any errors, the system will automatically throw you and things and all. No need to worry. Go to the position and give your company code ship. Yes. Can you double click on this ship, Pawan? Can you double click on this ship? Just double click on this company code. Then here you will going to find out. Remove this thing and open this thing. Okay. Now you can just observe all of you. I think. Why? Because we haven't created any new company codes and all. So that is why we have done all the configurations for this company code. So I mean, at the end of this class only, I mean, till after some classes only, we are configuring all these things in SAP S/4HANA. So that is why it is automatically taking the leading ledgers and non-leading ledgers. And if you are new to this SAP S/4HANA, and if you are creating own company codes and all, and if you are creating currency types and all, okay, functional currencies and all, whatever the currency types that you are creating, okay, so you can able to have new entries and you can able to give the fiscal year variant, posting period variant to the particular thing. Okay, so if you want to use the parallel accounting using GL accounts and all, I mean, if it is a different types of currency conversions, okay, we can use the parallel accounting, right? Parallel currencies, parallel accountings and all, right? So now it is not at all important. If you want, so you can just tick mark on it and go to the save button and save it. So that is your client choice. Okay, so now if you want to change the fiscal year variant, if you want to change the posting period variant, you can able to change it. And also, so what is the currency type? Okay, what is the currency type that you have here? 10 is the currency type, right? Okay, the next one is here functional currency. Okay, functional currency is there, right? Okay, what is the functional currency? Can you open this thing? That is company code currency. Take out the company code currency. Okay, see, functional currency is the main currency only, all of you. Please try to remember. So our main company code currency we have defined, that is currency type with our company code. Okay, and also accounting principles. Take out any accounting principles like IF 44. Click on the enter, go to the save button and save it. Yes. 0L. Continue. Go to the save button and save it. Go to the continue option. See, this is the way we can able to configure the ledgers and all. Whatever the, I mean, if you are having new servers and all, so you can get the new entries and you can able to change the accounting principles, functional currencies like company code currencies and all. So you can do it like global currencies. Okay. Why? Because when it comes to the non-leading ledgers, we have assigned the underlying ledger as a leading ledger. So that is why system will automatically take the global currencies which we have defined in SAP S/4HANA. So ledger is a simple thing, all of you. If you want to change the accounting principles, if you want to have different types of things and all, you can able to do it. Okay. And one more thing is that so accounting principles that are assigned to the particular company codes and all, we do have last configuration. Okay, so you can able to see those configurations and all. You no need to worry. Okay, so can you go to the accounting principles also, Pawan? Can you go to this accounting principles for ledgers? See, we have assigned our own accounting principle. Now we got the thing right. I mean, or what is the thing that we have here? I mean, how we can able to create these accounting principles. I mean, assignments of accounting principles to the particular leading ledgers and also non-leading ledgers. How we can going to assign? So we have to create the accounting principles, all of you. So without creating the accounting principles, you cannot, I mean, assign this thing, right? You cannot assign this thing, right? I mean, accounting principles and all. Okay, that is the most important thing. And assign accounting principle is very, very important. Okay, now what we will do is, Pawan, can you take out the new screen? Can you take out the new screen? Can you take out this new screen? So accounting principle is different, all of you. See, I'm just taking the standard things, but I think, I mean, for asset accounting, we have assigned the accounting principle, that is PA. And now I will going to show you how we can create the accounting principle. Okay. Can you go to the reference IMG financial accounting global settings, financial accounting global settings and ledgers. Financial accounting global settings and ledgers and parallel accounting and assign accounting ledgers and parallel accounting, and we have assign accounting principle to ledger groups and also define accounting principles. Can you go to the define accounting principle, Pawan? See, I have already told you about this accounting principle. Okay, see, you know it very well. So this, I mean, this accounting principle are a local or international sets of rules. Okay, what are those rules? Currency conversion settings and examples of international financial reporting standards and generally accepted principles like in India's and all. Okay, we do have different types of accounting principles. All right, so with the help of accounting principles, you can able to control the different types of invoice business transactions. Okay, so go to the new entries, give any accounting principle, Pawan. Take out any accounting principle, but in ECC we cannot assign much accounting principles, all of you just try to remember. But in SAP S/4HANA we can able to assign whatever the accounting principles that we want. Accounting principle test ship. Click on the enter, go to the subheader and save it. Come back. See, then next one step back. Assign accounting principles to ledger groups. Yes. So can you go to the new entry spawn? Give your accounting principle, or else go to the position. Go to the position and give your accounting principle ship. And ship is not there. Go to the new entries and give your accounting principle and give the target ledger group 0L. Enter, go to the save button and save it. I think we have already created the accounting principle, that is PA. Come back. Come back. Go to the position and give your PA. See, this ledger has been assigned, right? So that is why it has been updated in the FINSC underscore ledger. Now, how we can assign these multiple accounting principles to the particular ledger? You can just go to that with the help of standard things. I mean, international standard things and all, we will going to assign this accounting principles. Okay, all of you. So try to remember the thing for India, for any US, any foreign countries and all. Can you go to that FINSC underscore ledger? FINSC underscore ledger. Go to the new entry spawn and assign the accounting principle. Or else go to the drop down option, you will going to find out. Click on the enter, go to the save button and save it. You have not set indicator parallel accounting, no issue. Go to the continue option, go to the save button and save it. We will set the indicator, no worries. Okay, go to the save button and save it on. Go to the save button and save it. See why you are getting the parallel accounting to the general ledger accounts and all. I mean, why you are getting the warning message? Why? Because see, you will have different types of currencies in parallel currencies, right? Okay, in parallel accounting and all, right? So whenever you are doing the invoices or whenever you are, I mean, creating the transactions regarding with the vendors and also customers. Okay, you need to have parallel accounting with GL accounts. With the help of this accounting principles, okay, so we can able to change the currencies types and also translation ratios in ledger. That is very, very important in SAP S/4HANA mainly. Okay, so now what we will do? So after this saving, we can come back to this company code settings for the ledgers and open the ship. And then we will going to assign, I mean, tick mark on the parallel accounting for the GL accounts. And also for non-leading ledgers also, we will going to do that thing also. OK, so completely we can able to understand the things. There is no issue here. So what you are understanding, the basic thing here is ultimately 0L is the ultimate solution for any subsidiary ledgers, AP, AR, asset accounting. And this thing you do have IFRS, GAAP, accounting principles standards basically. And under this thing you will going to have accounting principles. OK, so our own accounting principles. And this accounting principles, whatever the currency types, conversation settings, translation ratios that you have, you will going to assign it. OK, please try to understand the things. And if you see the video once again and once again, you will going to get a clear cut picture. I think have we missed any points, Pawan? Go to the notepad once again. Define ledgers. OK, second point is define ledger is over. Ledger is over. Then second point is company code settings for the ledger. Company code settings for the ledgers. And third one is company code settings for the ledgers. And third one is accounting principle. Third one is accounting principle. Third one is accounting principle for ledger and company codes. Accounting principle for ledger. Third one is accounting principles for ledgers and company codes. For ledgers and company codes. OK, and fourth point is parallel. I mean, fourth point you can just write down, Pawan. So when you have exchange rates and translation dates, when you have exchange rates and translation dates, so you should update the parallel accounting GL accounts. You should update the write down fourth point. Whenever you are doing the business transactions with exchange rates and translation ratios, translation dates and translation ratios for customers and vendors, and translation ratios for customers and vendors, and Windows. Okay, so you need to have you need to have parallel accounting with GL accounts. Parallel accounting with GL accounts. Parallel accounting with GL accounts. In brackets, you can just put. So that should be in a tick mark position. That should be in a tick mark position. That should be in a tick mark position. Okay, right. So go to that SAP system Pawan once again. Go to the continue option. And adjust these things and go to the save this file and transfer this file to this chat box. Meanwhile, you can save these files. Ledger configurations you can just put down. And share this file to the Skype group. Automatically, we will going to share this file to our morning batch trainees. Good. It is taking too much of time. See, all of you, when you face any errors regarding with the ledgers and all, you can just send a WhatsApp message to my WhatsApp number and I will going to give you the reply, and this should be saved. Okay, accounting principles should be saved. Okay, right. Come back one step back. See, one more accounting principle has been added. Come back. No issue. And previously it was throwing an error. So you have not set indicator that is parallel accounting. Go to the continue option, Pawan. So here, just tick mark on this parallel accounting using GL accounts. Click on the enter, go to the save button and save it. The system will not give you any errors. Okay. Okay, go to the continue option. So it is taking too much of time. Okay, and we can set this indicator to the non-leading ledger also on, so that you will not going to face any errors. Okay, good. The next step. So we have set the indicator and the system is not throwing any errors and all. What we need to do is Pawan, come back, and we need to set this indicator to our non-leading ledger also. Okay, now come back. Here, go to the position, Pawan, and take out our PL. Select this thing and go to the, or else double click on this thing. Go to the company code settings for the ledgers. No. Select this thing. Go to the double click on this company code settings for the ledgers. Go to the continue option. And now go to the position. And this is our non-leading ledger, all of you. Ultimately, leading ledger is the main source for us. Double click on this ship. Double click on this ship. Yeah, continue. And you can just set. So we have already set this indicator. Why? Previously, we haven't seen any indicator for the parallel accounting principle, but this leading ledger has been assigned to the non-leading ledger. Then automatically those values have been transferred to this non-leading ledger. OK, and leading ledger is having all these accounting general ledger accounting settings, and those will be transferred to the non-leading ledgers with the help of non-leading ledgers. So system will post the each and every invoices. OK, try to remember the point. In interview point of view also, they will going to ask you these questions. OK, can we do all these invoices postings with the help of leading ledgers? Yes, we can do. But if you have the non-leading ledgers for the reporting wise, it will going to help you. OK, so that is the most important thing right now we have in the SAP S/4HANA comparing with ECC. OK.